All right. So we are. Let me see. Where did I put that letter and envelope at? Here we go. Mr. Williams wants to be the big bad man at the end of the day, and he wants to continue on with his actions. So his actions have got him in a lot of trouble, and I mean a lot of trouble. So, for those you don't know, first things first, my name's Kenneth Bird. I got to get a picture of this one right here, this new one. And my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. And we've had a problem with a fellow by the name of Derrick Franklin Williams. Derrick Franklin Williams has been sending us letters. Now, he thinks there's nothing wrong with that. You can't do that. It's against the law. You can't send someone letters that didn't give you the right to send those letters, and especially letters you're sending out. There's stuff in these letters that you're sending out. I don't care if you put anything, you put glitter, what do you put in there? This can get you in a lot of trouble, an extremely lot of trouble. So, we've been in contact with Mr. Williams Building Complex, where he's at, and we've been constantly talking to them. I got to send them out another email out to them. All the emails are being printed out and documented if one case we have to go to court and we have to sue the building, because we've mentioned multiple times about his actions. And keep in mind that the landlord is responsible if a tenant is carrying on and acting up in the building, whether it be with other people, tenants, or maybe he's acting out outside the building in other states. The landlord is responsible. That's clearly a violation of the lease, and it's a termination on his behalf to have his lease terminated. So we have been in contact with them. So now we're going to be requesting from them to send us back information and documentation showing that something is being taken care of, because right now I got nothing but verbals. And verbals, again, is going to land someone's with a lawsuit or land somebody basically in jail, or definitely in jail. So, Mr. Williams, we contacted Baltimore police today about the problems we've been having from you. I am going over to Allentown Police Department. I'm going to file another charge against you for another letter that's been sent out to us, which is along the line of cyber stalking. I'm going into FBI, which we have to fill out that form today to get that done. I'm a very busy man. I have a lot to do. And the fact that I have to come in here and I have to deal with a 5-year-old child who doesn't know how to act right, and you want to continue carrying on and acting up this way, this is a shame that we have to go through this nonsense because you don't know how to act right. So, again, the consequences are going to be extremely high for you, and I mean extremely high for you. So if you haven't known already, and if an officer has shown up today, which I'm pretty sure they have, we had to contact Baltimore Police today. We gave them your full address, your full name. Once we get linked in with the detectives unit, we'll send them over anything they need from there. We are initially filing charges now against you for basically harassing us, cyber stalking, and just about everything else we could think of that we're going to be filing against you. Let me see. Filing an FBI complaint for cyber stalking. I warned you multiple times about this activity. You still do not wish to want to learn. So the new letter we have here today, that is from your address, everything's on it. We're going to be sending whatever information that is requested from the Baltimore police, which we contacted today. They patched this over to 911, where we can basically give out his address and all his information needed to go in and file charges against him. All right, we have everything here. Cool. So this is the charge we're going to file with the FBI against you. One's going to be identity theft for impersonating the minister. Second one's going to be for the cyber harassment, which you've been doing over here and sending out these letters. Keep in mind, police are going to be popping over there real soon. We did contact Baltimore police. I did talk to a couple officers over there. We explained the situation, the problem we're having with you over here in Pennsylvania. So this is being taken care of. I do plan to have a detective that's going to be contacting us about any information they need. They have all my information, which I gave to them, for them to reach back out to me. So we are having you arrested. So when they reach that property, they are going to confirm with the people in that building, and they know your name is Derrick Franklin Williams. They're going to confirm back that we are also the same people who've contacted the police about your problem. They're basically in the process of getting you out of the building. Now, we know it's bad, and I'll tell you why it's bad. Because when we contacted them today about the new letter that popped up, and we told them we had documents coming to them, they know that we can be getting ready to file a lawsuit against their building. One of them basically made a statement, I'm not getting involved in this. He clicked us over to somebody else. So they do know that we have a high possibility we could sue their unit. They could be sued for this mess. So, them knowing this is a high possibility that we can start the process of filing a lawsuit against him because of his actions. We know that they're putting pressure on him. They're getting ready to get him out of the building. But right now, police are going to be on their way. Get this confirmed. I said confirm with them. They know who he is. They don't need your apartment number, Mr. Williams. When they reach there, they're going to contact the building owner, and they're going to basically get your apartment number, and they're going to pay you a visit. Whatever evidence they need, we got it. You've been sending stuff in the mail to us with things inside these letters. This is considered to be a terrorist act now, because you're putting things inside these letters and sending them to us. That's why we talked to the officer. I said, we don't, oh, so what's inside? Did he threaten you? I said, no, we don't know, because we won't go inside of them, because he's been sending weird stuff inside the letters. Automatically now, they got to come down and pay you a visit. I told you, stop playing around. See this envelope right here? This is more evidence we're sending to the legal. We'll send this over to legal so they have a copy of your work to present in court to get ready for your removal from the building. And we're sending this down to your caseworker to show your activities and how you've been carrying yourself toward contacting our company and acting up, including the multiple emails that we're also sending over to, and how you contacted my company, which I'm contacting the FBI about this, as you were posing as a minister. For all the research we found out, you're taking donations from people, and you don't, it's identity theft. So yeah, Mr. Williams is going to jail. Mr. Williams, when you contact the lower rises and you talk to a very nice lady, had a conversation with you, and you went over there and you said, someone's saying bad things about me, I didn't do it, what did she say to you? She said, you better cut it out or you're getting arrested. Well, guess what? You are getting arrested. Now, like I told you, your situation is extremely bad, and they know how bad it is, because when we contacted them today and I said we have documents coming, yeah, it could be possible. Lawsuits could be popping up. And first thing the guy said, I'm not getting involved in this. And he switched this over to the other person. Now, they're scared and they don't want to pick up that phone, but somebody's going to pick up something, because if my lawyers get involved in this, we're going to hit that entire building. And mind you, that building is public assistance, it's Section 8 or wherever it is. It's linked to the city, which means we could fire a massive lawsuit against you guys. We have evidence that we've been in contact. We've been reaching out to the owners. We are requesting today that the owners reach back to us and confirm that they're in the process of removing you out of the building. If not, we go in heavy. And when we go in heavy, we sue. So, till then, Baltimore police have been contacted about the situation. They have your full name. They have the building where you're at right now. They don't need the building number, which I explained to you before, that the owners of the building, the leasing office, and the managers are aware of your actions, and we have sent over detailed evidence of him contacting the building and carrying on over here. So, you're going to jail. Same thing's going to happen, Mr. Fernando, too, Mr. Fernando. We're reaching for you, searching for your landlord. So, I'm going to contact California police now. Have a conversation with them and send them the outstanding evidence we have against you of you attacking our business, how you've been sending letters out to family members and carrying on and requesting to find your landlord, because we're going to have to dig him up now, and I can see why he does not want to be found. Your company attacked our company, right? Even though you got rid of it, doesn't make a difference at the end of the day. Charges are already filed. Your company's name sits in a police report over 30, 40 times is in there. It mentions your company's name. And your company's name is sitting right now on top of your landlord's building, which means there's a lawsuit going to be filed pretty soon against that building. I told you guys at the end of the day that we're coming for you. We've explained this to you already. So, I'm going to file this, get this taken care of, this done, get all my information needed, and then we're going to go from there on getting him taken care of and getting him arrested, because we're pressing charges against you. I'm going to file this as a cyber crime, because it is a cyber crime, which means you get 20 years if you're found guilty. And it shouldn't be hard, because again, your fingerprints are in every single one of those letters, including your handwriting. This is a new one that came today. So the envelope I have here, Mr. Williams, this is going over to your building. There's several of these letters that are going out, and they're addressed to different departments in your building, showing your evidence and the evidence we have of you basically committing these crimes, letting them know that we could easily file a lawsuit against you with no problem. Against your building and you. If the landlord neglects to follow through, we can file a lawsuit. And we know it's bad, because when I picked up the phone and I spoke to whoever I spoke to over there, the first thing I said when I said, we got documents coming through, he said, I'm not getting involved in this. So they know it's bad. So if they know it's bad and they're afraid at the end of the day, I know definitely they're contacting you. And I guarantee they're putting pressure on him and telling him at the end of the day that he's getting removed out of that building. He already knows it. Now, what I think these letters are, I think you sent a bunch of these letters through. That's what you did. And now we're getting these letters bit by bit by bit as they're coming through. You can't stop this, because you sent a whole bunch of them over, and now they're showing up here and there. But this is what's getting you in trouble. Because every time when these letters pop up, we send them to certain places. Like, we send them over to the police. So they'll have a copy of this letter with your fingerprints on the inside, because you let them know there's fingerprints on the inside. So yeah, just let you know, Mr. Williams, the Baltimore police now have your information. We are filing charges against you. You're going to jail. See how fast life twists up? 1 minute he's out there on an e-bike, it's free as a bird. Next thing you know, you're going to be locked up for a very long time. So when I get finished this and the rest of the stuff we need, we'll compile that into one file, and we'll go over and submit that to the Baltimore police. I already requested an email from them, from a detectives unit, so we can send over evidence. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Look at this two on top of that. All right. Let me see. FBI contact FBI cyber report. And cool, this is all I need to fill out right here, and I'm done. We'll be in contact with the Baltimore police again tomorrow. I want to get a chance to see if I can speak to the detectives unit over there, see if we require email from somebody in that branch, so we can get in the process of sending your mail and all the interesting stuff we have, and pictures, evidence, everything. They want to know what you look like. We just basically send pictures of you, so they know what you look like. We want a warrant for your arrest. We want them to put out a warrant for your arrest. Now, see how fast you can mess your life up? That quick, doing dumb stuff? Guy screwed his life up that bad. Your life is over, Mr. Williams. That's it. And I'm going to sue you for a lot of money, but you don't even have that kind of money. At the end of the day, we're still going to file the lawsuit against you. Mr. Jamie, this is one of your friends, right? Yeah, we know it's one of your friends in the day. This is the guy you coach to do all this stuff. So mind you, Any charges and stuff for filing against him is additional charges you're going to receive. Because when I go back to the police, I'm going to let them know that you guys know each other. I'm going to let them know that this is one of your friends that was doing these acts for you. So you're going to get additional charges on top of your charges involving this mess. Because remember, you're the one who initially started the rumor. And since you're the one who started the rumor, any charges they get, you will also receive also too. So just so you think at the end of the day that I'm not going to be a part of this, you are a part of this. I also will be contacting another agency involving immigration to let them know that we need to have this sped up a lot faster. I need agents at your door, Mr. Jamie, as soon as possible. We need you behind bars. We want to show them the activity that your friends and you have been doing, and this is the reason why we need you behind bars. You guys get yourselves in the dumbest trouble you could possibly think of ever. All right, I have work to do, but just want to put that out there for Mr. Williams. I did contact Baltimore Police today. They have all your information, know who you are, they know where you're at, and we let them know that the building that you're in right now, the high rises, to let them know that the managers, the building assistants, the leasing office, even legal, know the situation we're having. We've been sending over substantial evidence of you basically harassing the building over here and carrying on and acting up. I even got your voice recording of you contacting me and carrying on. I even have pictures that you deleted off your account of you stalking us. I even have multiple emails of you contacting my business, claiming to be this minister and cursing us out. So it shows a history of you stalking us everywhere from the garage, from here. Williams, so you understand this? The time that you're going to get for cyber stalking, 20 years. Impersonating the minister, 7 years. And because of all the problems we have from you, I'm not taking anything less than 50 years. So when I tell you you're going to spend the rest of your time in prison, I'm not joking with you. I want the judge to give you heavy time, and I mean heavy time. Maximum of whatever they can give you. They give you 20 years on top, and I'm happy to give you 10. But at the end of the day, we know that your age that you are right now, yeah, you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison. So, your little letters here, they're going to your legal department and your social worker. And your social worker is going to find out exactly all your activity, because I'm pretty sure they're being contacted on the problem you're having right now. I know all there is about basically lawyers and apartment complexes, and I guarantee you, for when that guy sat there and said, I'm not getting involved in that, because they already know from the door that we can sue them for this mess. And when I said documents are coming, and he clicked over, that tells me right there from the door that they know that there's a high possibility to file a lawsuit. They're going to have to get you out of that building as fast as possible. Because at least they can say at the end of the day, well, yes, he did contact us, but we did follow the procedures. We got him out of the building. We did our part. So we know you know already from the door, he's on his way out. Now they get you out of the building, we don't file a lawsuit. We're good. As long as we know you're off that property. And since the Baltimore police already have your face, and they're going to have all your information, and we're sending over your face, all your information, they're going to know exactly who you are, and you're already been in the system already, because again, we lifted your prints off one of those letters over there. We know quite a bit about you. So you're already in the system already. So it shouldn't be hard to find you. So they're just going to put a warrant for your arrest, that's all. Now, see that? That fast. Life over. I'm going to get this package open. Matter of fact, I want to get that package open. I'm curious what the heck is in those things. I think it's my screens in there. Alright, I'm going back to work. I got things to do. I got a bunch of contacts sitting over to the left of me on some very huge business opportunities for our company. I sat there and said this in the garage. What did I say was going to happen in 2025? I said that we're going to blow up, which our company's doing right now. We're making major contacts with a lot of heavy people to get our company to the next level. And those people that were involved in trying to take down our company, I said that every single one of you, I will see you in a courtroom. And the outcome of it is going to be devastating. What you're watching it go through right now. Now, they can get on YouTube and they can talk all big and bad you want. Go ahead. You're being documented. Everything you said is being documented. It's going to be used against you in court. So we can show the courts, after knowing that you were committing these crimes, you still continue to go on YouTube and carry on and act up. It'll be additional charges set against you. Anything you do, anything you say, anything that comes here whatsoever, anything will be used against you in court to stack more time on top of you. So if you post anything, mind you, I got people online that are monitoring everything they do. They're not going to make contact with you. You won't know who they are. They'll come in and monitor your page, get whatever we need, bring it back to us. I have not said anything about what we have of them. It's a lot of stuff. And those charges are going to be filed against you, and they're going to be additional charges. So we can show the judge at the end of the day, paint this picture at the end of the day, that even after we've warned you multiple times, even after you know this is going to happen, you continue to carry it on, which means you have not learned anything whatsoever. And this is why you're deserving of maximum jail time. The object is to keep you behind bars as long as we can. So you say anything pops up, and it'll be used against you in court. Common sense should tell you that from the door. Most people who get in trouble in any kind of crime, what they'll do is they'll stay low. You know why? Because they don't want anything additional being used against them in a court of law. You ever heard that when somebody reads your rights to you? And they tell you that anything you say could be used against you in a court of law. Anything extra. You're already being arrested for one charge. Anything you say, that can be used against you. These dummies are so stupid that not only do they turn around and get caught doing dumb stuff, but they continue on with it. So we have additional stuff to drop more time on top of them. And Mr. Rogers, your attorney or whatever you have today, has never reached out to us. We know why he hasn't reached out to us, because you don't have one. And the reason why you don't have one, because you can't tell him the things that you've done at the end of the day, because you know darn well you committed these crimes. I'm challenging your company in court, Mr. Roger. I would suggest you get an attorney or remove your website. You don't remove your website, by the time I go through one of these applications, you're going to get a letter. They're going to contact your whatever, your Squarespace, I think it is, you have at the end of the day. They'll get your information. You'll get a letter or an email letting them know that you're under investigation. You're going to have to be able to show that whatever we're basically filing the complaint against you does exist. If you can't, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. And we can show that we've been having this conversation with you since 2024, 2023. I think 2023. We've been having this conversation about this site. And he's missing states, like a lot of them. So it's not going to go well for him either. On top of that, we got that whole nonsense where you posted my face on your YouTube channel. You're being sued for that, by the way, so you know that. It's a big, hefty lawsuit on top of that. So, Mr. Rogers, so you can understand what's going to happen to you, is you went on your YouTube channel, you took my face, and you called me a liar, scammer, and said all these nasty things that I was, and posted to your channel. That's going to cost you around $10 million. I'm going to sue the daylights out of you. And for those people saying you can, oh, yes, you can. Oh, yes, you can. You show hardcore evidence that someone has done this. Yes, you can take them to court, federal court, and sue whatever you want. And I'm going to sue you for $10 million. Because I know you don't have it. So we're going to take everything from you. Those pictures you just posted, it's going to cost you a lot. Go get a lawyer. I'm going to give you a week. Get a lawyer to reach out to me and tell me that, and at the end of the day, I can't sue you for those pictures. Go ahead. I bet you don't hear from anybody. So, that being said, I'll see you in court. I'm going to sue you for that. Don't get attached to your stuff. Oh, unbelievable. It's going to be an expensive, but not for me, it's going to be, get that paper all court costs. It's going to be an expensive summer for some people at the end of the day. And some people are going to lose more than that. They're going to lose that freedom at the end of the day. Ooh, my stuff. Oh, cool. Goody, goody, goody. We can start building stuff. We're good. Your efforts are for nothing, gentlemen. The contacts, the people I'm locking in with, this is going to allow my company to go to the next level. I'm going to be in everything. And that technology, every time we show this stuff off, we get more and more people that want to invest and want to get on board with our company. I'm going to be a millionaire in no time at all. It's not going to take long for me to be a millionaire. I got major contracts set up We got 4 major screens that are coming up, and they're going to be pumping our company's logo, information, boom, 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 all over the place. I get investors that want to lock onto our tech at the end of the day. I told the woman at the end of the day, we can cover everything in Allentown. Anything from office buildings, as you can see, we can operate in here with no problem. Anything from schools. And you can use old projectors, which means, keep in mind, at the end of the day, they don't have to spend the money for brand new projectors because they can't see them. The technology we have will allow them to be to operate in environments. We did that at the carrying place where we had to fire up in a schoolroom with no problem whatsoever. So we got people that vouch for our tech. We can operate in churches, which means the churches in this environment, we can actually basically get contracts to pretty much hook up all those screens we have down here. We got screens that can operate outside because we have tons of demonstration. That Star Wars screen I like to show up all the time, yeah, they want us to have display screens. We do all the screens in all black technology. Why do you think we're engineering the new stuff, the new formula we're making? There's always a theory behind everything we're doing. That stuff has multiple capabilities that will allow us to take that screen print anywhere we want to go. We talked about the carrying place, not carrying place, the different rehabilitation to help people out to learn how to move their legs and arms better, because the stuff we make works with interactive technology. That's why I had that unit sitting here on my desk. Projector mapping applications, advertising technology, even technology basically being used for companies to be able to sell their products in expos. So when I mean multi-millionaire, yeah, I'm about to become that. Yep. Interesting person that walked around all over Allentown, you know what I mean, waving hi to people. They don't realize who I am and what I'm going to be a part of in Allentown. And pretty soon, yeah, I'll be meeting the mayor. So, what did I say in the middle of this floor? When I said that if I'm all these things at the end of the day, may the Lord take it all from us. May he expose us for who we are. What has happened? My technology has advanced beyond what I've ever seen in my entire life, and all doors have opened up to us. So I'm going to be a millionaire. And you know what's even beautiful about that, people? I actually met someone down in City Hall that helps people out with drug treatment programs, the homeless, after school lunches, all that stuff, which now we have an outlet to pour money into to help other people out. And they're Christians too. So what have you got out of all of this? What have you got? Nothing. I see on your pages you marked me as a loser and all this stuff at the end of the day. What have we got out of all this? You're running scared. You can't go on YouTube anymore. This is Roger's not on YouTube anymore. He's running scared. The other one shut down his site. The other one disappeared. McAfee is gone. He disappeared. Mr. Williams is the only one left screaming in his apartment. He's about to be arrested and charged. What have you got out of all this? You got lawsuits coming up. You got lengthy jail time coming up. What did you get out of all this? And we're getting contracted throughout the entire city. We got our technology just advanced. We got now this new visible technology that's just like an LG. We were talking about that in there today, about the TVs we have. We're working on, oh, I forgot about the sports bars down here. So yeah, our technology is going to be in all the sports bars. So that's where we're going. That's my future. What's your future at the end of the day? This is what happens when you follow Satan. So, Mr. Derrick Franklin Williams, as you have here on your abbreviation, because they know who you are. See these letters right here? We have enough already on our end to do what has to be done. So any new ones that come over, they'll be sent right to your building management, your leasing office, your what are you going to send these over to? Oh, and the police. That's where they're going, in Baltimore. So that's where your letters are going to, right to them. We're redirecting everything to them. So that's what these envelopes are for. It's going to be redirected to them so they can get firsthand of your work. Don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable. You can't afford an attorney. We know that. So that's it. It's over. Anything else that comes through, go straight to those people at the end of the day. Same way you try to flood over here with that, we're going to flood over there. You're going to get all your work in the day. And Baltimore police are going to get these letters. And we're going to let them know that your fingerprints sit inside of these. All right, then. That's the end of that. I'm glad we had that nice little talk. That's the end of that. I'm going to get ready to send another letter over. Get them ready. And we're going to address this over to your social worker. I want them to contact us because we need to speak with them about your criminal activity that you've been carrying on in this building. The building that they allowed you to be in to begin with, because again, you're supposed to keep your nose clean when you're in these units, not carry on and do what you've done at the end of the day. Also have multiple videos you advertising in their building of your screen paint product, which you are not supposed to do. That's why the videos, he removed them off his account, but I have copies of all of that, showing that you were advertising and using their building to not only attack our company, but to advertise a black screen paint product, which you are not supposed to do. I don't know what's worse, the impersonation of the priest or the violation you broke on that, whatchamacallit, on that building. Oh yeah, they did send us the right side. All right, there's a long something here. Oh man, what time is it? We gotta take a trot. We gotta go somewhere. We can't make it here, but we can't do it. We gotta go to the other shop and do it. Okay, no problem. Oh, look at my plexiglass so badly. I deal with kids all day long. Grown adults acting like freaking idiots. Got nothing better to do with their time. Oh, I forgot about that too. McAfee. I got a picture of you putting my face on a chicken. That's going to cost you a lot of money. I'm suing you for that, just so you know. I got to sue you for something. I'm suing you for that. I hope you got 50 grand laying around, because that's what it's going to cost you. Next time, don't do stuff like that then today. Don't get sued. Can't do that. We had read through that. Which one? You can't do that. That's going to cost you 50 grand. I don't know where you're going to get it from. Maybe you got some, I don't know. He probably does have it. You'll figure it out. If not, I'll just execute judgment on you and they'll take your stuff. That's going to cost you some money. I could get you for a lot of stuff, man. In fact, you sat there and you got on the channel and said something about how I use high-powered projectors in order to make my product look a certain way. I can sue you for making that statement. Any statement you made against me, Mr. What do you call him? McAfee. Any statement you made against me and you can't back up in a court of law, I can file a lawsuit against you. So, that'd be that. What they're going to do is they're going to go to his house. They know where the house is at. See who owns it. Whose name is on that deed. The bank owns it, then we can't touch it. But with the lawsuit he's going to be hit with, he can't afford the mortgage payments. He's going to lose the house either way. It's going to happen. There's no way around that. He's going to lose it. We got to contact that bar. We got to let them know at the end of the day that their name is going to come up. In court documents, it's going to come up. It's going to be on public records because he used their name to commit a crime against us. So, yeah, it's going to come up. So chances are, they're definitely going to file charges, and chances are they're going to file a lawsuit behind it, and they're going to probably go for that house. If he has enough money to cover where we're going to hit him with. And these dumb-dumbs will get up on YouTube and get mad and get angry. Go ahead and get mad and get angry. Say something else dumb out of your mouth. See if we don't use that against you in court. Say anything out of your mouth. Anything. Go ahead. And you're in a courtroom looking at the very thing that you thought you deleted off your account. We'll have it right there in front of you. That's what you're going to have to face. All the dumb stuff you did, everything we documented, took pictures of, videos, recordings, all that stuff, you're going to see it again in court. So for the difference of seeing it flashed on YouTube, this is going to carry some jail time and heavy lawsuits. All right, let me get over here and get this paperwork filed so I can get that done. I need to have the docket numbers. I got to get that from, what are the docket numbers from the police report number. I got to get the incident report number from the Allentown Police. We have to go and file another additional charge for these for another letter you sent over, and I need to go file something for identity theft and for impersonating the minister. I think what that is. I forgot what that's called. We got a name for that too. We have to file through the FBI. And Mr. Williams, you can sit there and say, well, no, Mr. Williams, you contacted my business saying you were a minister. That's like me contacting somebody saying, hey, I'm a police officer. Can't do that. So unless you got the paperwork that shows that you are this person, that's considered to be identity theft. And God knows what else you've been doing with that. Probably got a fake clergy ID. Probably been riding around telling people at the end of the day that you're a minister. If you're going to post that on your Facebook page, if you're going to post that on your YouTube channel, and every place you're at, you're doing these promo demonstrations, you're supposed to be this minister at the end of the day, chances are you've probably been walking around the street telling people you're a minister to get discounts. Interesting, he robs from God, and then he's going to be sitting there praying his brains out to get God to get him out of the mess he's about to be in. But when they get down there, I've been through this process, so when they get down there, he's going to be arrested. Evidence is right there. It's not something we can come to your door and say, hey, well, you know, this guy on the YouTube is making it up. It's not real at the end of the day. No, the building will vouch for us that it is true, that we are having this problem with you, and we did contact them. And I sat there and told the building, I said, look, we have to call the police and get them involved in this. And they said, well, when they get here, they'll just explain to them what's going on. So that building's going to vouch for the fact that you have been committing these crimes. So they're going to arrest you. And if they basically dig through and see if there's any other charges that pop up, they're going to find our charges. They also asked me how long was this when we talked to Baltimore police, asked us how long was this going on. I said he's been stalking us since last year. We have police reports on everything. Well, we file police reports on everything. So I got to go. I think it's 2 reports we have to go get. I have to send them over. All right then. That's basically about it. Enjoy the process, because the process is going to be a pain in the neck. You're getting arrested, taking out your shoelaces, and all that other nonsense you got to go through, fingerprinting, the picture taking, all that stuff like that, and then you got to spend the night, or however days he's going to be in there. He's going to have to post. If he gets bail, that's if he gets bail. As long as you're trying to get bail. If they show that you've been basically if you've been doing this nonsense and you've been continuing to do this nonsense, they could keep him. Let me tell you a little interesting story, Mr. Williams. So I tell you, I know exactly what you're about to go through. A long time ago, after I got out of all that mess at the end of the day, somebody put a fake charge on me and said that I pulled the gun on them, which I never did. And they went in and they arrested me. Of course, yeah, we filed lawsuits against everybody at the end of the day. And again, I'm going to leave the other part that ever went down. That's none of my business, but whatever it is, whatever it is. But anyway, so they came down and basically did a whole search through my unit. Never found a firearm at all, so I didn't carry firearms on me at that time, because again, I was trying to keep my nose clean. Now, through that process, they put me into a holding cell. I had to go through the whole thing, the whole process, the whole 9 yards. Went to court all 3 times, no one showed up all whatsoever to pull some kind of phony charge at the end of the day. Well, yeah, I sued the building. It was a halfway house. We sued the halfway house. But, like I told you before, I told you, I got other side, half of my family. They went over and had a little conversation, and the rehab moved. So, same individual that Jamie called herself being a tough guy, mentioned some names he should have never mentioned. But anyway, yeah, they moved the building. But anyway, long story short, I know the process you're about to go through. And they get you in that holding cell. You be in that holding cell maybe in there all day until you see a judge. But the one thing I never forget, the judge asked me when I went to the cyber judge. You sit down and the cyber judge you talk to. He said, Mr. Bird, I'm going to go look through and see if we can find any other charges on you for a firearm. Now, if they found another charge on me that I previously had somewhere along the line, like next week or whatever, I had a firearm, they'd have kept me. Which means I wouldn't have been eligible for my bail. Means they would, if they had 2 choices. Either they could bail me, give me the money to bail me out, because that's what they do. They bail you out. This first time offense, they bail you out, and you got to, show up for court. You're going to show up for court, you're a bench warden, and they got to pay that money up, got to go through that crap. Or, you can't get the bail from them, the bond from them, and they put the bail, and you got to pay. You got to bring somebody in to put some money up, go to bail bondsman and all that other nonsense you got to go through. If they don't give it to you, you got to do it that way. And if you can't get the bail in time, what's going to happen is they'll process you and send you up. So you'll be up there until your court date comes up. That bail is so you can be out on the street while your court date comes up, so you don't have to spend yourself in time. So that's the kind of number of things that can happen. Financially, you don't have the money to be able to post that bail. Maybe somebody can do it in your family at the end of the day. But here's the problem you had. We filed multiple charges against you for how you've been carrying on and acting up. And those charges are going to pop up. So it's going to show that you have a history of stalking our company since last year. They're going to pop up. And when they see that, and we told the officer from the door, he's been stalking us. We got letters that literally have addresses on it from 2 different addresses where he's been stalking us. And the pictures we're sending over of your YouTube account, showing her my face multiple times, my cat, my inside of my place, my sister's address. You were stalking her, and I'm gonna let her know tonight when I come down and see her that we went and contacted Baltimore police. She's gonna reach out to them also too, and she's also gonna file a charge against you because you stalked her also. So you're not getting out of that unit. When they come and get you, they're gonna keep you. Because she's filing charges also. That's what you get for doing too much. What's that word called? Doing too much? You've done way too much. So yeah, they're not gonna. It'd be rare if he gets out. Yep. Now, since I don't have any previous firearms on me, no charges on me, they gave me the bail. They said, okay, here you go. I'm gonna post your bail. I said, cool. He says, you don't have to pay it as long as you show up for court. And I did. I showed up for court all 3 times, but I didn't do nothing wrong. So the 3 times I showed up, nobody showed up at all, period. Well, they didn't show up at all. They dismissed my case. I contacted my brother. My brother got an attorney, filed a lawsuit against the halfway house for filing a false complaint against me. They settled out of court. We didn't even go to court for that. A nice little conversation. Whoever owned the building, somebody owned the building privately. They didn't want to go into court because it would ruin their reputation at the end of the day for their building, their halfway house, and they cut me a check. Now, to make sure that by street justice, that these people understand at the end of the day the consequences and come. My other half of the family popped up. A bunch of black caravans popped up. Somebody walked over, leaned over to them, had a nice little conversation with them, and they packed up and they left. I don't know anything about that, none of my business whatsoever, but that's how they handled it. That's their business. I ain't got nothing to do with that. So my people at the end of the day, they had my back 100%, and that's how it was handled. But I didn't ask them any questions. I don't want to know. All I know, they didn't like what happened. And all I know is at the end of the day, they said, we're going to handle it on our end. You do what you got to do. We do what we got to do. That's the end of it. And I ain't got nothing to say about that. Ain't none of my business. But I know I remember sitting out there watching them black cars drive up. And I remember one of them getting out. I'd never seen him before walk over. And that guy came out and he whispered in his ear. And the guy nodded. And the next thing you know, they was moving out of there. These are the same people, Fernando, that you mentioned on camera. God, what an idiot. This is what I'm talking about. People doing too much, thinking they big and bad at the end of the day. Well, he'll figure it out. He will figure it out. That's his problem. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm glad I ain't got nothing to do with that nonsense in the day. Well, now everybody got people like that. I'm not saying everybody, but we all, people who know, you got family members that walk differently on a different side of the fence. And, you love them. They're your family at the end of the day. You always want to love them from day one. You wish they changed their ways and all, but, that's the way it is, the way it is. But they're just not the type of people you call when you have problems. Because they don't see things like everybody else sees things, They're the type of people that I got people that I know that if you call them, they'll say, hey, if you're ready to go to jail tonight, hey, just let you know, because it's going to go down. This is how it's going to go down. So if you don't want to go to jail tonight, if it's not for you, don't call me. The type of people they are. I didn't call them. I didn't even know how they even found out at all, period. All I know is just watch these jerkers pop up and walk over and have that conversation. There was no arguing or nothing. He just got whatever he said to him, and the guy nodded, and he disappeared. And moved that building. Now, I think Temple went and got it, and his college kids in it now. Leave it at that. I wouldn't approved of it anyway. I'm trying to do things the right way. That's why my buddy got the attorney. We want to take him to court, doing it that way. So, you know. I don't know. But anyway, I got work to do. I got to build me a see-through screen. That's what all that's over there. Materials for over there. We got the new screen paint, which you're going to be making over there. I still haven't picked up my white surface yet to put behind there to do that demonstration. I'm glad I got all the editing done on the website, so I'm happy about that because, oh my goodness, I hate my website. I just got up and just ran through it to get it done. And I still got to go and I got to update pictures and videos, but we can't do any pictures and videos. We can't do it on that screen. We got to do it on this one. We got to build over there. So all the materials over there to build that screen over there. So I got a lot of work. And on top of that, I got to be up tomorrow morning to call about this nonsense, but I got to be up to call about my other stuff that's going to help my company. So I got to get all this ready before the summertime kicks in because there's going to be so many expos up here. I want to be in all of them. Excuse me. Yeah, that'd be nice. I want to do something for youth. I want to do something for the youth group at the end of the day. That's what I want to do. Something cool for the youth group. Because that's how I stayed out of trouble. I stayed out of trouble going to the school and watching movies about Fist of Fury, you know, the 5 Deadly Venoms and all that. They had Kung Fu Theater when I was coming up as a kid. When I lived up in Delaware, they had Kung Fu Theater. You can go to the school, they pop popcorn. And I still remember it to this day. They pop popcorn. I saw Bruce Lee for the first time. Fist of Fury for the first time. Most amazing thing I've ever seen on the screen, ever. Blew my mind away. I was always there watching movies, and I was over there. It kept me out of a lot of trouble. But now all these programs are disappearing. Where kids are supposed to go? I want to do something where we can do a movie screen. I definitely want to do a big movie screen, but I want to do something where the kids have to make their own movies and put them up and put them up for show. You know, do the movies and stuff like that. Like they got to do the makeup and the acting and all that stuff. This will definitely keep them out of trouble. They want them to be occupied somewhere else. They can shoot movies and people can watch their movies. They can come in and pay money to watch their movies. I think that'd be freaking cool to do. And we can incorporate our technology into that. So I got all kinds of places we're going to be donating our technology into. They even like the PCs we built over here. Hopefully, I'll get a chance to do volunteer work, which I'm hoping to do for the youth. Teach them how to build these machines behind us right here. Cheap, low cost, gaming PCs. They can game, they can decorate it any way they want. So yep, I got a lot of big plans. And you guys got nothing better to do than to think about doing dumb stuff all day long. This is where dumb stuff got you. This is where dumb stuff is going to lead you. Alright, that being said, I'm planning the rest of my future. I'm going to get my 200 acres. I'm going to get myself a nice, beautiful, big barn. And I'm going to basically hook it up the way I want to, man. I'm going to live the good life. Get Taco a dog. Taco wants a dog. Taco, you want a dog? So you can go, can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? He wants a dog. He does. I'm going to get him a pet dog. He wants a dog. You can pet that dog. Alright, people. I got to go. Now, gentlemen, do you hear my voice? Do I sound like I'm angry and because of this? No. You're giving me evidence. This is evidence to prosecute you. That's just what you did. That's the dumbest thing you could have ever did. I know you feel that if you don't write anything on this, that you're not committing a crime. You are. It's actually against the law to do what you're doing right now. So, you can be arrested for this, Mr. Franklin or Williams, to call yourself. You'll be arrested for that. It's against the law. You can't do that. I'm going to go check out what I got in my giant packages over there because I know I got my screens. I'm looking at it right here and I'm thinking like, that has got to be the 36 by 24. That's got to be the screen right there. And that one has got to be the other half of it that makes the top part. Gee, I hope that thing is not that wide. It's a big screen. I'm going to have to build me a whole shelf section there to hold that thing up. It's going to be absolutely amazing, but I can't wait. All right, I got to get to my projects. Got to go. Bum, bum, bum.